Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today what I want to talk about is how to start the ketogenic diet and to get on with your New Year's resolution. Don't try to make this as hard as possible. It's not that hard. You want to try to go the easiest route, and I'm going to try to give you the basics. And for me, what I did, I decided to go back to the basics about almost 2 weeks ago, and I can really feel a difference already. So what I'm going to tell you is how I went back to basics, and hopefully that helps motivate you and explain it to you a little bit better. Now, what I did was I went back to, I stopped looking at all the fun stuff on Pinterest. I stopped looking at all the other fancy ideas or recipes and how to recreate a pizza, or how to recreate muffins or bread or cookies or something like that. What I did was I just went with this. This is what I started out with. Okay. I went ahead with the fattier meats. Like, you can go with a London broil. You can go with a pork belly. You can go with uncured bacon. You can go with Kerrygold butter. Butter is actually a very good fat. You need to get out of that mindset that to cut fat, or if you fast, then you're going to lose more fat. That's the old school dieting, okay? When you're skipping meals and you're not eating, you shouldn't even be thinking about intermittent fasting right now. It should be totally out of your head. I've gone back and forth on this one thing, and that's the keto coffee or the bulletproof coffee, whatever you want to call it. I've gone back and forth on this. I found so many different confusing ideas on it. I'm going to stick with it. I like keto coffee. I know some people are going to be upset with me with that, but I see the fat that I'm getting with it without the carbs, without the proteins. Although my version has a little bit of protein in it, and I'm going to show that version. I'll probably record that tomorrow for you guys. But I like having my keto coffee in the morning before I go to work. I like having a lot of fats in the morning before I go to work. I like that my first meal is so high in fats that when I go off to work, I'm ready to go. And I know I have all day to use up that fat and that energy. So when I would come home after 8 hours, I grab the monitor, the Keto Mojo monitor that I have, and I check my blood. And every day I've been coming home and I'm 2.0. And that's out of a 0.5 on being in keto. 0.5 means your body's creating ketones. So I'm at 2.0. My sugar is around 82 to 84. And I'm happy with that. And every day it's the same. Every day it was so consistent. Every day I know that what I'm doing is right, because I'm producing a lot of ketones. I'm well into ketosis, I believe. I've been doing this for years and years and years. I feel the difference. I feel the energy. People at work, I'm not seeing a lot of numbers on the scale, but people at work are saying, geez, congratulations, you're really losing a lot of weight. Now, you have to remember, a lot of these people, I was on night shift for a year and a half. And a lot of these people I haven't really seen during the day for like over a year and a half. And I used to be that 360-pound guy. Well, I'm not that 360-pound guy anymore. I don't have that 48, 49-inch waist. Or I wear 48 pants. So I could wear the 36 pants. I want to get back into those 34s that I got into the very last, when I was at my best of my ketogenic diet last time. So, but that's a goal that I've set for myself. I want to get back into large t-shirts. This one is an extra large. It's a little loose. I like the feeling. But back to how to keep track of my diet. So I went with the basic meats, okay? I'm not trying to go fancy schmancy with all this stuff. I eat my eggs. I eat my bacon. I make sure it's uncured bacon. I don't buy any bacon with any sugar in it, any extra maple brown sugar, anything like that. It's got to be uncured. It's got to be, or just cured with salt. You're allowed to have salt in the ketogenic diet. So if you find cured with just salt, you can go with it. If it doesn't have any sugar, that is the goal. Any fake sugar or anything. You want to make sure there's no fake sugar at all, because fake sugar will spike your blood sugar, except for a few of them. And most of the bacon companies don't use those the good fake sugars anyway. Okay, so get yourself the healthy animal fats, and you want to really put those fats to good use. You want to get a lot of your fats from those animal meats, because they're going to give you so much more vitamins and minerals, and you're just going to be overloaded with them. And then you're going to try to go into your carbohydrates. And your carbohydrates, I keep it at total carbohydrates, okay? I know there's some people out there that like to go net carbohydrates and everything else, but I was listening to a video about the guy who created the net carbohydrates, and he only created it a few decades ago. And what he did was he just wanted to get people to eat more vegetables. So he came up with the idea that if you can't digest the fiber, then it doesn't count as a carbohydrate. Well, I'm okay with that theory, but I'm still not going to follow it. I'm just going to follow my way. I'm going to follow the way that I'm going to tell you right now. Total carbs, period. Total carbs. I know that my leafy green vegetables and my crunchy green vegetables, I'm going to eat 2 handfuls. That's a handful to me is a cup. Okay? I'm going to take 2 cups of leafy green vegetables, and they're going to be like your spinach, your kale, your spring mix, your romaine lettuce, stuff like in that area. Okay, so now you know what meats you want to try to go with. Now you can go with, now you know what kind of leafy green vegetables, and then that 1 cup of crunchy green vegetables, or that 1 handful, and that's going to be your cruciferous greens. It's going to be broccoli. It's going to be cauliflower, it's going to be Brussels sprouts, it's going to be asparagus, it's going to be even some cucumber in there. You want to try to ease back on some of that, because it's going to have a little bit a different reaction to you than some of those really fibrous crunchy greens. Now the fiber does help food get through the system, but I'm not using the fiber to cut back on my carbohydrates or to allow me to eat more carbohydrates. I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to go with total carbohydrates, 20 grams. That's it, 20 grams. I would totally recommend that, even lower if you can. The lower you can get on your carbohydrates, the better the ketogenic diet's going to be for you. Don't go overboard on the protein, okay? Don't try to get too much protein in. You're going to look at the packaging, and you want to stay under 30 grams of protein a meal, okay? Now, 30 grams of protein, because your body doesn't really digest more than that at a time anyway. A lot of these guys are putting in these protein drinks, a scoop of protein mix, saying, oh, I got 55 grams of protein. Your body isn't going to use it. It can't utilize that. It can't process that into anything. So what ends up happening is those guys that are getting all that extra protein, sure, your body's going to use some of it, and it's going to put the rest to sugar. And that's not what we want to do on our keto, right? We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that all the protein that we consume is utilized and utilized properly. Now, if you're a female or you're a male that doesn't get a lot of exercise, you're sedentary, you kind of sit around a lot, or maybe you're disabled, or maybe you're just old and tired, or you're obese. You know, I've been to these things. I know I'm tired. I've been considered at the level of obese already. I'm disabled. I have all those issues too. So I know that at that point, I'm not going to consume the amount of protein that I have listed on my thing. And my protein listed is usually about 100 grams. Now, for most women, I would say if you're sedentary, keep it around 50 or 60. And it's difficult to follow these macros. So really in the beginning, just use what I'm telling you as a guideline. Don't Don't try to say, well, Gonzo said I got to stay at 100 or 50 grams of protein. I have to get to that 50. No, you don't. You just have to do what's good for you. It's like you're gonna run into a point where you're not hungry. So then don't eat. You don't have to keep eating just to fulfill those macros. But make sure that you've gotten in enough fat that day. That's the key to this keto diet. You have to be on a high-fat diet. I've seen, I don't want to mention any names, but I've seen some other people on the YouTube, and they're telling their people that they haven't had any results in 7 months, and they're actually telling their people that once you get to a certain phase on the ketogenic diet, that you want to ease back on the fats and let your body utilize more of your own body fat. And then they say, well, I got that information from Steve Finney. And I'm like, no, you didn't. He didn't say that. Okay? And I researched and I found a video of his, and he says basically in it, if you want to stay in a ketogenic state, you must eat a high-fat diet. That's it. He says it right there on the video. So I'm telling you, and he's one of the guys that knows the ketogenic diet definitely more than I do. He helped write the new Atkins book with Dr. Eric Westman. Dr. Eric Westman knows the ketogenic diet. He doesn't buy into the intermittent fasting or I don't know why that person would tell people to cut back on fat. The ketogenic diet is about fat. Don't go back to those old ideas that when you follow the Western diet or the standard American diet, that, oh, you cut back on that fat. No, don't. Please. And somehow that person has 14,000 followers. And I don't know. It's just like, don't steer these people wrong. You're doing an injustice. You're making up a plan that is not proven by anybody or not supported by almost anybody. And a person that you claim that supports it doesn't support it. And I just want you to understand that I'm not mad. I'm not trying to be mean or anything when I try to tell you not to do that. I'm trying to help, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I don't come across like typing and texting. It just never comes across well. It sounds, maybe it sounds mean. I don't know. But I was just trying to be straightforward. Now, I guess you have to try to add an emoji or some happy little face to it to make people understand. I'm not mad. I'm just saying, don't mislead people with information that is false. It's just false. And it's very misleading. It confuses a lot of people, and it's not good. So I do a lot of research, tons of research. I'm always looking into the keto diet, and I have for years and years and years. I know this diet pretty well. I do. I really do. I know it. I know as much as most people can possibly know about this diet. So I know how to start it. I know the foods you're supposed to eat. And I know how to get into ketosis, and I know how to track it, and I know how to watch my body weight, and I know how to do the exercise component. It's just a matter of having people like you help me. It's a matter of me helping you. It's a matter of us working together and getting it all done, motivating each other, help pushing each other, giving each other ideas, helping each other push to that goal. You have to get to these small goals and keep moving and keep trying and keep going. There's going to be times where the diet itself is going to stall. It's just everybody's body is different. It's going to stall on you a little bit because the weight loss just doesn't do this. Okay, it's going to go here. It's going to, oh gosh, it went up, it went down. Great, yay. Oh, it went back up. What am I doing? But if you go from 1 month to the next month, okay, it's going to be down. You're going to have ups and downs. You're going to have weird, crazy stuff, but you're going to be lower, okay? Something's going to be different. You're going to have pants that fit different. You're going to have energy that's a little bit better. You're going to have a shirt that feels it fits better. A belt, you lost a couple notches on a belt. That's perfect. That's great. That is progress, and that's what you keep wanting to look for. Don't get discouraged. The ketogenic diet works. Scientifically, it works. There's no ill side effects. There's nothing. It fixes you. They know that inflammation from sugar is what causes all that crap that goes on inside you. So if the ketogenic diet gets you off of sugar, you're getting rid of that inflammation, okay? And that is helping you right there. And that may not be noticeable in your pant sizes or your scale or in the mirror, but it's very helpful to you in general. It's going to make you live longer, and it'll let you give you more time to actually get to that goal that you want. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be a ripped person. You're going to have abdominals that are just chiseled like a brick house. You're going to have giant muscles that just bulge out of your shirt. Or you're just going to have that tight little waist that you've always wanted and a little bubble butt. Because those things will happen with weight loss, but they also require a lot of working out. They require a lot of other disciplines. But what I'm telling you, as far as you on this keto diet, start with the keto diet first. Don't worry about the working out yet. Focus on the keto diet. Know what kind of foods that you are supposed to eat that you like, okay? Make up your own meal plans. All you have to do is know, I have to eat so much meat, proteins. I have to eat so much fats. I have to eat so much carbs. That's all you need to know. You don't need a meal plan from me. You don't need a meal plan from somebody else. You don't need a meal plan from anybody. You can make your own meal plan because you're the one that's going to know whether you're eating 2 or 3 or 4 meals a day. I hope you're not eating 4, but 2 or 3 meals a day. You're the one that knows what foods you like. You're going to know what foods taste good to you. You're going to know. But don't go too crazy. Don't go too fancy. You don't need to go crazy. All right. Some of the foods I tell people to avoid in the beginning when you're starting this diet, don't eat the fruits. Don't eat fruit. Stop. People say, oh, but it's natural sugar. Stop. That's old thinking, okay? Oh, I can't eat the saturated fat. Old thinking. Stop. Just stop. All right? Eventually, when you get fat adapted and you've hit your goal, throw some berries in there. Start back with some of your berries and see what your body can handle. But in the beginning, on the strict part of the keto diet that will get you to where you need to go, don't eat the fruit. Don't. Just don't. Don't eat the nuts. Nuts are not going to be your friend. Nuts, I do the macadamia nuts, and the macadamia nuts are good. They're high in fat. Do those. If you have to do the nuts, do the macadamia nuts. But stay away from the fruit. Stay away from the sugars. Stay away from the fake sugars, except for maybe stevia if you really need to have something. Get your high fats in. Get your sugars out. Get your carbs low. And make your own diet. Make your own plan. It's not going to be that hard. It's not that difficult. You can do this. You can focus on it. You can set your own goals. You can set your own food plan. You don't need somebody to figure it out for you because everybody's so different, all right? I'm not trying to make any money by selling people a food plan. If I worked with you one-on-one, yeah, we could figure out a food plan for you, but it's going to cost, and I'm not doing that anymore. It's just I don't have enough time in my day to do what I do now. So I don't have time to help every single person one-on-one to an extent that some people really want. Some people are really just like, I really need to know what food plan is. Make your own. You know the foods to eat. Look up fatty meats. Look up keto safe fatty meats. Put a list down, okay? Write a list. These are all the fatty meats that I can have, okay? Uncured bacon, fat, lamb, venison. You can have a lot of different animal meats. Bison, grass-fed beef, uncured bacon, eggs. All these are your proteins. Then you go into your fats. Okay, I could have avocados, I could have olives, I can have MCT oil, medium chain triglyceride oil. I want to make sure it's C8, C10. Look it up. I can't explain it all. I have other videos that will explain that, but C8 and C10 are your medium chain triglyceride. A C12, which a lot of people use, is not so good. It's a long chain triglyceride. It's bunched into some of your MCT oils, and it will process as body fat sometimes. Okay, all right. So know your fats. Butter is another good fat. Avocado oil, cooking it as much as you can. Avocado oil has a good burn rate. It'll cook your food. You'll get a good fat in. Butter, I cook a lot of my eggs in butter because I like the buttery taste. Ghee is another fat that you want to go with. Ghee can actually help you with your fats. What else? Lots. Just keep looking them up. Olive oil is probably the borderline where I would stop. Stay away from canola oil, stay away from vegetable oil, stay away from the seed oils, stay away from those things because they're not the good oils. They advertise like they are, but they're not. Stay away from that. They're not keto. And then you want to go into your carbs. Make sure you have a list of your carbs. Write them all down. Write it down, all your list of carbs. And then say, okay, I'm going to take some of this, and some of this. Okay, and don't, oh, let me add this real quick. Don't try to eat all of your carbs in one meal. All right? You're allowed those 20 grams of carbs. Split them up. Okay? What I do now is I do about 1 handful of leafy greens and a half handful of crunchies. I throw them in a cup and I blend them. And I know that blending them takes away some of the fibers, benefits, and I get that. But you know what? It's in the morning. I have about a half an hour from when I wake up at 4:30 in the morning to when I gotta get showered, get dressed, get out and get my food and get out the door. So for me, doing that shake, you know, crazy making that shake, it works for me, and I feel the difference, and I'm getting those greens in, and I'm happy with that, and that's what works for me. Now, you may have more time in the morning, and eating a salad in the morning sounds weird, but it's not. You don't have to have breakfast. You're not eating. Please, you're not eating cereal or granola anymore. You're not having a grapefruit or orange juice. You're not doing any of that other normal breakfast foods. You could do the bacon and eggs, but sometimes you're going to want something different. And there's nobody to say that you can't have a salad for breakfast. Why not? It's you. You're allowed to do whatever you want. You're allowed certain keto foods and eat what you want until you're full. That's the trick. Eat until you're full. Your body will regulate that. Your body will understand it after a while. It will regulate itself, and it will reduce your caloric intake, even though we don't talk about calories. It'll reduce the amount of food. Let me put it that way. It'll reduce the amount of foods that you actually eat every day. Naturally, it just starts to do it. And like I've said in other videos, I ate probably 6 eggs, 6 to 8, 10 pieces of bacon when I started the ketogenic diet, and I naturally kept reducing it down. Now I could eat 2 eggs and 2 pieces of bacon, and I could feel good for hours. I really can. All right, so I've jumped back and forth. I've bounced around. I'm sorry I confused you all, but starting the ketogenic diet, starting your own food plan, and understanding what you're doing, don't worry about the macros. Just know that you're supposed to eat a lot of fats. Just know that you're supposed to eat a moderate amount of proteins, which I've already told you. I've already showed you. Stay under that 100. Stay incredibly under that 100 for some people that aren't moving around a lot. And stay under those carbohydrates. But get those fats high. Get those fats as high as you can, because teaching the body to utilize fat as an energy source by feeding yourself fat is going to help your body utilize your body fat, okay? Because even a very healthy person has tens of thousands of calories, or how could we say it better without using the word calories? Energy. They have tens of thousands of units of energy ready to go, where you have maybe 1,000 to 2,000 if you're on a glycogen diet or a carb diet or the standard American diet. Okay. What else do I want to tell you? I want to really thank the people that are signing up and subscribing and commenting on my channel. You're really helping me to know that I'm reaching out to you guys. I'm getting to some of you guys. Please pass this on to people that you know. Share this video. You know, put it on your social medias. Put it on your Twitters. Put it on your Facebook, on your Instagram. Have people that you know that want to start keto or want to enjoy keto or want to go to the very basics of keto. Do it this way, okay? Don't go all foo-foo and cutesy with it. It's not one of those diets that you need to do that with. It's very basic. It's kind of like, I guess it's kind of like caveman kind of idea. The more basic, the more unprocessed, the more organic, the more natural, the more everything that your food is the better it can be. Okay. This is my new kind of room here, my keto cave. What do you think? I like it. Of course, I'm a Bears fan. Don't hold that against me. And I'm sports, and up here are all my books. Okay. This is just some of my keto books, some of my diet books. And I'll show you all this whole wall over here. This wall, here, I'll just show you real quick. This wall is supplements and keto stuff galore. All right, there's tons of stuff. Well, I'll talk about all that stuff in another video, but it's just tons of stuff that you can get ideas from, stuff that I use. So anyway, I know this video is crazy. I know I'm jumping around. I hope it's still enjoyable. I hope it's still understandable. I hope you get something out of it. And if you have ideas of questions you want a video on, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you my version of the Going Gonzo Morning Gojo coffee tomorrow. That's a video. And I am going to do my best to put that out tomorrow morning and show you how to do it. And you're going to kind of be surprised with it. You're going to be like, I don't know if I want to try that or not. But you might try it. I'm telling you, you're going to love it. Anyway, I'm going to end this video now before I run too long. But that's probably too late. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching my videos. I want you to please get something out of these videos. Please help me to help you understand more about the ketogenic diet, because the more you understand it, the more it's going to be successful to you. And we don't always plan to fail, but we do fail to plan. So plan this out. Write those things down like I told you. Write them down. Understand the foods. Don't worry about the macros. Don't worry about the calories. Stop the calorie counting. Stop the macros. Just understand that you have to get those fats high, proteins moderate, carbs low. That's it. Okay. Until the next video, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching. Bye.